Okay, so when we did this, I downloaded this picture to my downloads. I downloaded it from the chat and then put it in my downloads. And you can find that inside your file folder, inside downloads. And here are the pictures that I pulled from the internet. And I can pretty much do that with anything. Now, the first thing I'm gonna do when I do this, I'm gonna go into the software on here, but this is just to give you an idea, and you can draw on top of pictures on your computer sometimes if you feel like it too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up this first shape is the one that I'm gonna use to draw my bird. And if we have this set up on the rectangle that we draw into the middle of the page, we can see how this circle fights. All right, I need you to go on mute too. Okay, so if you start off with your rectangle and then you have your oval in the middle of that rectangle, and we can see that, right? So I know that my oval falls in the middle of that rectangle. The next shape I'm gonna do is a circle right next to that oval. And that starts to do that. It starts to position everything for you so you know where everything's at, okay? So if we pay attention to what we have going on there, then we can put that in the middle of our page. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my sketchbook together and I'm gonna position that. What's the first thing I have to do? I have to draw a rectangle on my page so that I can start to place my shapes in the right spot. So, whoops, let's get rid of that. And I'm gonna just do it with orange right now. So I'm just gonna get a rectangle in the middle of my page that looks a lot like my bird sitting over there. So here's my rectangle. Okay, and then we talked about it inside of my page. I'm trying to get this so it's upside right today. So inside of my page, I have this oval that goes in the middle of my page. And this is exactly what I have in my drawing next to me, right? And then a circle that goes next to that right there. Okay, so then after that, we know I'm recording, Jarrell, so you're making it a little bit difficult. I don't know what to tell you. I can only do so much about this. So after I put those in there, then I have to put in the other shapes that come off of there. So there's a triangle that comes there, and then this kind of, the neck is a shape that looks like that. So I can put that neck in and then put this in. And then there's this triangle, right? And now I need to get rid of all these lines right now because those were just there to kind of help me. The next things I'm gonna put in is I'm gonna do this wing right here, which if we're looking at what I got, falls in right here. Right, and then looking at my picture, I know his little beak is about right here. And then it goes back to his eye, which is right about here. And then we have this here, right? And now just by looking and just by having that oval there before, I can kind of position everything else so I know where it's at. So right now, I have my bird and it's in the middle of my page. Now what I can do is I can go back over it, and I did it really lightly so that I can go back over it with my darker pencil, and I can just pull out the lines that I want to use. So if I do this, I can pull out those shapes and I can ignore all the other lines. And I did a pretty decent job with this today. And I'm still looking at my picture all the time. Still looking at my picture all the time so I can know where shapes go and where things lay. And I'm looking at the bird because it's hard to draw something just from memory. Okay. So here is my bird. Actually, I need to get rid of this thing. Here is my bird. And then now I can go back through and I can just start to color over this. And once I color over all of this, all of these other little lines are going to go away. So that's how you draw and get your bird